memorable tour, and why?
Boy, the least memorable is probably also the most memorable. It was the Creatures of the Night tour because nobody was there. So, I mean, so help me. You know, we put out this great album, Creatures. Over time, has become a real classic. But at the time, it was, you know, we were in a state of turmoil and there was a lot going on in and outside of the band. And we went on tour and were shocked to see empty arenas. And it was a time for us to reassess, trim down all the people we had around us and rethink Kiss. So for me, the Creatures of the Night tour, although it wasn't a happy time, it was an important time.
It's worth noting at the same time that hardly anybody showed up in America. We played our largest shows ever, specifically Brazil and everything.
Brasil.
Belo Horizonte and
Maracanã.
in Rio, and there were lots of people, over 100,000 at these shows.
What is your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Angel Norville, and I'm from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada.
Her name is Jaja?
Angel.
Angel, I beg your pardon.
Angel, what is your question?
It's a question for Gene, Eric, Paul, and Tommy. If each of you could be someone else for one day, who would you be?
Jesus.
That wasn't a reaction.
The day after.
Jesus.
I said that.
Just wondering I'm trying to figure out what's going on there.
God.
I know you already are God, so you want to be the son of yourself. Is that what it is? Okay. Just trying to get into the psychology over here.
I'd probably like to be president of the United States just for a day, see what that's like. And that's relevant today, obviously. We'll have to see what happens tonight.
Eric? Think of anybody?
No, not really.
No. And Paul?
I'm happy.
Good question. Come on up. What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Bob from Rochester, New York.
Rochester in the house. What is your question, Bob?
What's the most embarrassing moment for each of you who occurred on stage during a performance?
Ooh, that's a great question. Most embarrassing moment that happened on stage during a show.
You know,
You real watching.
Yeah, how long do we have?
how about in the early days, we literally would play almost every single day. We'd get into a station wagon, we made $75 and then $85 per week. Get into a station wagon, we'd fall asleep, 2 in the back and 2 in the front, and the road manager would drive. It was very tough. And you'd barely have enough, you know, you'd pull over and poop where you could or stuff. And often we'd have to get on stage, just barely make it there, put on the makeup, get on stage on time and everything. So the other people didn't know about it, but I was sure embarrassed. So between having cooties jumping off of my eyebrow, and I think one of you saw it, I literally had crabs for the first time in my life, but they loved me. Oh boy. It was like a field house. They were literally, I'm putting makeup on and one of the roadies comes in and says, "What the fuck is that?" It just jumped off your face. And it was a huge. This cootie was so big.
You didn't have crabs, you had lobsters.
This thing had a saddle on it. But literally, I saw it fly off of my eyebrow. So you could tell it was all over my back hairs, between my legs, the gateway to hell. It was all over the place. So now, we barely get on stage on time, and you had to because we were opening shows and stuff like that. So I think it might have been Thunder Chicken, and I had to go, and you couldn't do, there were no drum solos or anything to do that, and so a little bit, you know, groundhog, a little poop shoot thing, just a skid mark,
A shark?
yeah. It happened. And of course, we only had one pair of leather outfits. They had to clean it. And because it was filled with sweat and poop and all that stuff, they had to then dry it you know, on the, literally on the things that made it hot. What is it in the room? Not the air conditioner, but the heater.
The radiator.
And then the thing would be able to stand up on its own, the leather pants. I'm serious. Then they'd have to put like camel hump, duck butter or whatever to make it soft again. I would smell like not good.
What do you mean did?
We should have Gene answer last and Eric. Because
We're all gonna leave and go have a bite to eat.
I shit in my pants.
That's the short version.
You know, a couple funny things happened this summer. The Freedom to Rock tour. Gene actually, he fell over on stage. And he couldn't get
It's like a
back.
turtle.
I had the best
Took four roadies to get him.
I had the best view. It was great from here. I'm like, wow.
someone's yelling out Montana. Did something happen in Montana?
I think so.
Oh, that's very funny. Eric, any funny memories, embarrassing moments on stage?
I can't think of anything offhand right now. I mean, looking at Gene is pretty funny most of the time. He's entertaining. I'm telling you.
Well, we heard the story. Paul, any embarrassing moments or funny moments on stage that stand out?
No.
No?
You actually took a spill this tour too.
Yes, I don't think I don't remember any time I ever fell. And this time,
Yeah, I gotta say, in the corner of my eye, I'm playing, and in the corner of my eye, all of a sudden I see Paul like he's going over.
but I do it cool.
No, you
Some
did. I was
people
gonna say, it was the weirdest thing because at first I was like, oh my god, he just fell over. And he just looked like he hit his shoulder, but he rolled and he got back. He was right back up again. So it was like very smooth.
Yeah, tuck and roll.
Yeah, you know.
And Paul, haven't you gotten stuck over the crowd before?
I started to get stuck. You feel like a piece of laundry. You know, you're just kind of, hello, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anaheim, they both got stuck. I was at the show, 2000. You guys both remember you got stuck coming out. I was in the audience. Gene got stuck about this high, his feet from the stage, and when he flew, and then you went out about 1 foot over the crowd. You got stuck right there. Yeah, 2000.
Scary.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That was a great question. Thank you. What is your name and where are you from?
Pete Trombley, Sudbury, Ontario, Canada.
Right.
I like
What
your
is-
shirt.
Great shirt. Great jean shirt. And what is your question?
This question is for each of you. If you were chosen to travel to Mars and could only bring 2 records with you, one Kiss album and one of any other artists, what would these records be?